Well, for high school basketball players across the city and especially across the country too, girls and boys. The first season is over and the second season has begun. It's tipped off, especially in the Catholic side. In the high school and the PSAL, it will tip off next week, especially the PSAL playoffs, AA, Single A, and B division. And joining me to talk more about that is Elio Velez of MSGVarsity.com. Welcome, Elio.
Great to be back. Thanks.
Man, I haven't seen you in a long time. It's been quite some time, soldier.
It's gonna, I see you again for a long time because it's just gonna get very busy.
Right. Well, you know, first thing we have especially is the girls. And in the PSAL, the usual characters, the usual players, I couldn't call them characters, excuse me, players.
Players.
South Shore High School. Let's check out the bracket. Where let's go to bracket, PSAL bracket, where we have South Shore, top seeded team. We have Midwood is the 4th seed, and of course Murray Bertram is 2nd, and we have also Francis Lewis 3rd. So we swing it around here, and those are the teams that were basically there last year.
Correct.
Right?
These are the top 4 teams. We have many of those teams on our top 15, and as you see here, South Shore got the number 1 seed because they beat Murray Bertram this year.
And they beat them during the regular season last year.
Correct.
But they also got bounced out early in the playoffs.
Correct.
This
is the year where South Shore again thinks they can.
And Mark Gladden, the coach.
Yes,
and
Mark Gladden. Yeah, we've spoken about him. He's got to the title game, before, and he just can't get that ring because Murray Bertram and their coach Ed Grzinski has won it 15 straight years.
And Ed Grzinski is probably one of the greatest high school basketball players in the country.
Great, yeah, great. What Ed Grzinski does at Bertram is just he every year is different. He just brings talent in. He finds different ways to win, even when he has great players, they win. When they don't, they still find ways to win.
And the tough year for them is basically losing maybe to a top team like South Shore and also to a national team.
Correct. They've lost a few games this year. They've lost a few at the Rose Classic. They lost a game to a national team. But all what they do is they get ready for the postseason. This is their time. The regular season gets them ready for the postseason, and they won 15 straight years. To me, until they're dethroned, they're the favorite.
Do you see anyone taking?
You had to look South Shore. Francis Lewis is a very good team from Queens. They beat South Shore this year, and they almost beat Murray Bertram. Midwest had a pretty good year, so there'll be some very good games.
What about the Catholic side, girls?
In the Catholic side of the girls, we have the 2 favorites are Christ the King and Nazareth. They faced each other twice this year, and Christ the King has beaten them.
And Nazareth has always been a top team here in Brooklyn anyway.
Absolutely. They were state champion and a Catholic state champion. They have Bianca Cuevas, who's going to South Carolina. She's a McDonald's All-American. So she can always light them up.
All right, let's talk about the boys. Boys side, especially PSAL, AA division. As usual, let's check out the bracket here, where we have, of course, the Rail Splitters, top seeded team there. And they will play, matter of fact, these teams, especially Lincoln, Wings, Cardoza, Jefferson, and Curtis at South Shore, all will get a bye in the first round.
Correct. And Lincoln is the prohibitive favorites.
Of course.
They went undefeated in the PSDL. They won the borough championship at City College last week by beating Thomas Jefferson. Listen, they're the favorite because they have McDonald's All-American Isaiah Whitehead. They got Desi Rodriguez, Elijah Boone. They got talent, and
they have one of the best coaches too in the country.
Morton, absolutely. And with Whitehead, you just see the progression of him over the years to become that leader, to become that floor general. And that's why, right now they're favorite, and also because they have a lot of talent.
And he is in the line of all those players that have come from Brooklyn?
Absolutely, with Stephon Marbury, to Sebastian Telfair, to Lance Stevenson, and now him. The progression of guys who become All-Americans, who become leaders and winners of championships.
And this is a team, this is a school of All-Americans, especially football and basketball.
Absolutely. This is where, Division I, high Division I schools go to for the talent. Thomas Holly, who's on the basketball team, is going to go to Florida. That's a great, it's a great choice. And but Lincoln is talented up and down. They're maybe the deepest team in the league. So that's why I consider
them. They win the city. Do you think they'll win the state?
If they definitely have a good chance. Whoever comes out of the state.
Let's talk also Catholic side. Brooklyn Queens championship is tonight. Christ the King will take on Bishop Lachlan. Man-child is playing Adonis De La Rosa, 6'11", 275 pounds, maybe 280 on a good day.
Maybe on a good day, but one of the top players in the league right now, and he's just growing to a better player. South Carolina, St. John's, also Rutgers off him the other day. So Bishop Lockland's going to have a tough task to stop him in the paint. The last time they faced each other in the Middle Village a week ago, they won that game.
And there was a problem. He also had a problem with Bishop Lockland a couple of games ago. He was suspended.
Right. Adonis committed a flagrant foul against Mike Williams. They suspended for 2 games. But Adonis has learned, he's learned his lesson. He knew it was the wrong play. And this rivalry is very intense. I mean, these guys have faced each other 4 times last year, and Christ King won all 4 games, especially the championship. So Bishop Lockland is looking to make a statement tonight.
And the thing is with De La Rosa, you can't teach size.
You can't teach size, you can't teach it, but he can do it in all different facets, defensively and offensively. And that's why Lockland's going to have try to have the job of just trying to stop him, limit him.
Basically trap him, keep him from getting
get
the ball.
the ball out of the paint, and let the other guys try and beat you. And also, Kadeem Carrington, who became the Catholic League's MVP, he's going to Seton Hall. He's going to have a big night along with Mike Williams
So he'll
as well.
join Isaiah Whitehead.
And Desi Rodriguez, Seton Hall has one of the best incoming classes in the country next season.
That's been the big talk.
Absolutely, and there's supposedly one person might join him.
Right. Okay. Now, that's right, Coach Morton. What are you hearing about that? Is he going to do this?
There's the rumors that supposedly he's going to leave and join in. He hasn't said anything, and he's probably not going to say anything at the end of the year.
Right.
But if this is his last run, as they say, he's gonna try to go out a winner.
And of course, they're playing at Barclays Center. The championship game will be held there.
March 8th, Saturday. It'll be very good. 12 o'clock, the girls' game, and AA, and the boys' game at 2.
All right, good. Thanks, Elio. I hope to see you again before the championship.
You will.
I know you're busy. All right, thanks. When we come back, Bayatero Smith will explain how he created his boombox wall part of the Art into Music exhibit that opened right here 2 nights ago.